What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And this one comes from the BBC. And it is about a certain Dash for Cash event that happened over the weekend in South Dakota. And the title reads, Apology to US Teachers over Dash for Cash charity stunt. A hockey team and bank have apologized after a charity event for South Dakota teachers went viral and was condemned online as demeaning and dystopian. The Dash for Cash on Saturday saw willing teachers at a hockey game scoop as many possible $1 bills into their clothing in under 5 minutes. The educators, who were amongst the lowest funded in the US, said they would spend the money on school supplies. And on Monday, the local hockey team and bank that donated the cash apologized. And this was from backlash online on Twitter from people. And it was rightly deserved. In a statement, the Sioux Falls Stampede and the CU Mortgage Direct Bank said, although our intent was to provide a positive and fun experience for teachers, we can see how it appears to be degrading and insulting towards the participating teachers and the teaching profession as a whole. We deeply regret and apologize to all teachers for any embarrassment this may have caused. Critics compared the event to the hit Korean TV series on Netflix Squid Game, in which competitors fight to the death for a cash prize, and others condemned it as humiliating and pointed out the many ways that teachers have struggled under the pandemic. Now, obviously, you guys saw the video of the event at the start, and it's demeaning. It is degrading. It's not how anyone should be treated. And I looked at this on Twitter. I saw it over the weekend, and so many thoughts went through my head. Number one, this isn't... Some people were trying to defend it and say, oh, well, it's for charity. But the problem is people do wacky and quirky things in order to fundraise for charities. But this isn't someone fundraising for a charity. This is someone who is meant to be receiving money that they need for teaching supplies. This is a recipient of a charity, right? So many people rightly acknowledged and says, you know, this is really demeaning behavior, having these people who are desperate for this money for the students to behave like animals, like this, right? And other people make comparisons and says, what's next? Is it going to be charities for, cancer treatment? And a cancer patient's going to be forced to fight on the ground like this? Is that what we're going to do next? Or what about veterans? Is it going to be veterans next who need help and support, many of which come back with injuries, who are amputees and stuff? What are they going to have to fight on the ground to get the stuff they need? And that was basically the comparison people drew from this. And it's not, it's not a stretch to go that far, because this is people who were meant to be receiving stuff from a charity and have to do this in order to get it. And it is, I don't know, there's some depravity in this, right? That you would make someone demean themselves in such a way. And it is also a highlight upon the American education system that teachers would actually degrade themselves to this point, that they are that desperate to get this money for their students that they would do something like this. And that's a whole different topic within itself. But many have had the argument over this over the weekend of school funding in the US and how that factors in, and how the US spends an awful lot of money on the education system, yet that money doesn't seem to go to the places it needs to be. That's basically the argument with that. Overall, this was horrible to watch and see. I really do think that was horrible and awful to watch and see. And I feel sorry for the teachers that felt that they had to do this in order to get money for the students. And it is just awful, really. I feel like this was a very poor choice on behalf of the hockey team and the bank. I don't think this event should have taken place. What I actually think they should have done is just had the teachers apply and then have the teachers, I don't know, maybe read a statement. Have each one of the teachers who apply to this, have them read a statement, out to the crowd about why they need the money and highlight the issues in the education system, and do it in a way that wasn't this. They could have given each one of these teachers a check for money and had them read out a thank you letter, a thank you letter, and explain why this means so much to them and why this money's going to go to a good cause, right? They could have done it that way, and that would have been so much more of an impassioned, engaging thing that could have been used as a form of positive activism instead of this, which was morally degrading and just made the entire thing look horrible. Please let me know down below what you guys think about this and your opinions upon this. I honestly think I could have done this event better. I think any of us could have done this event better. Let me know what you think about this down below. Also, let me know, how would you have done an event for these teachers instead of doing it the way they did it? What would your ideas be for something that would have been positive?